Hi, I'm Tara from California, and boy, do I have a crazy story for you. When I was born, my mom was so bummed out. She cried. All I ever wanted was a boy so he could grow up and make money for me. And all I get is a stupid girl. Once when I was 3, she took me to the park and tried to exchange me with a boy. The kid's mom was so mad, she called the cops. Mom grabbed my hand and ran out. When we got home, we found out Dad had run away with some younger girl, and Mom and I were alone. I was sad Dad was gone, but Mom was traumatized. She was crying about money all the time and said it was my fault Dad left. Around the same time, something else really weird started to happen. Sometimes, when I said or heard certain words, I tasted things. One time, Mom's friend Mary was over, and whenever Mom said her name, I tasted strawberry ice cream. I jumped onto Mary's lap and licked her cheek.
Ew, you don't taste like your name.
Who asked you to lick me, weirdo? And what do you mean? But I couldn't really explain it. One day, Mom was going on and on about some guy Bob at work. And every time she said Bob, I gagged.
Stop saying his name, Mom. It tastes disgusting, like raw eggs.
Mom freaked out and took me to a doctor. And that's when I found out I had something called lexical gustatory synesthesia. That means I could taste words. At first I thought it was kind of cool, like a superpower, even though some words tasted horrible. But then school started and things blew up. On my first day, our teacher asked us to introduce ourselves to our desk neighbors. I was sitting next to the prettiest girl who turned to me and said her name was Sarah. Before I knew it, I was puking all over her. She screamed, saying I'd done it because I was jealous of her dress because hers had Cinderella on it, while mine had Mickey Mouse.
No, I just have this condition where I can taste words. And Sarah just tastes like stinky broccoli. I hate you, freak.
After that, I became the official school entertainment. As soon as anyone saw me, they would yell all the words they knew tasted bad to me.
Hey, Tara, say mayo, rock, algebra.
When I was in grade 8, everything changed. I was walking back home when I saw a girl from our class, Quinton, practically being yelled at by her chauffeur.
Your old one was fired. I'm your chauffeur now.
I don't even know your name.
I'm Gilsberg. Now get in. Your dad wants to see you now. He said you were in danger.
Quinton was about to sit in the car when I found myself running across the lot like a banshee. No! Quinton! Don't trust him! His name tastes like sweaty socks! I bet he's a criminal! Everyone around me started laughing, but the chauffeur looked terrified and immediately tried to get away. The security guard managed to stop him and had him arrested. He was trying to kidnap her. As the police took him away, he turned to yell at us.
I'll get you some other time, you brat! You're lucky that stupid girl saved you.
Quinton was in shock, but she threw her arms around me and said I was a hero. The next day, I was in the headlines. Everyone was talking about how I had saved a billionaire's daughter from a horrible crook. At school, there were reporters around my locker. They all wanted an exclusive interview with me. And when I got home, there was a huge bag of money waiting for me. Quinton's dad was so grateful that he'd sent it as a thank you. Mom was obviously thrilled. A few days later, when I got back from school, she rushed forward to hug me, saying she'd missed me so much. Mom, I saw you this morning. I know, but I let my baby girl leave without a hug. What if you didn't come back? You're so special, and I have a huge surprise for you. You're gonna be a star. Excuse me? Then she told me the craziest thing. I've spoken to a producer, and they are giving you your own show where people will call in every night. They will give you names to taste, and you can give them advice about their lives based on your powers. It'll be called The Tara Show. They're not powers, Mom. I don't even taste all the words. They don't mean anything. Well, those people don't have to know that. Come on, sweetie. Don't you want to make your poor old mom happy? At first, I wanted to refuse, but I did really want to make her happy, so I gave in. Overnight, I was whisked away onto a set. On the bright side, being on national TV changed my life at school completely. People actually sat with me in the cafeteria now. Girls would ask me to tell them what I tasted when they brought up names of people they had crushes on. I've had a crush on this girl, Emma. Emma tastes like cookie dough pancakes. You should totally ask her out. Life was good. Then one day, Quinton, who is now my best friend, rushed up to me and said, Tara, I need a huge favor. There's a new guy in my class, Nicholas, and I have the hugest crush on him. What does Nicholas taste like? I gagged on my lunch. Ew, it's like black coffee. I'd say stay away from him. She looked devastated. but said she believed in my powers and dropped the idea. One day during gym period, a popular jock who used to bully me was pestering me to go out with him because now I was popular too. Just then, a football came flying and hit him smack in the head. The jock yelled and let me go. I tried to see who had kicked the ball, but my savior was already leaving. I ran after him. Hey, wait! The guy turned in for a second, and I asked, what's your name?
Why? So you would taste it and judge me? Just say thank you.
Thanks for helping me, but he'd already turned around and left. But he wouldn't so much as look at me. I once pretended to give myself flowers in front of him just so he'd be jealous. But he gave me this long, dark stare and walked away. But another thing was bothering me like crazy. Mom was constantly breathing down my neck. All she ever talked about was the show and the money. She even started making me skip classes to practice my craft. So one day, I snuck away from home to study in the library. As I was struggling with some math, someone took my pencil out of my hand and solved the question. It was that boy. That's when I had a brilliant idea. I'll pay you if you tutor me. For a minute, he looked at me with an intense expression and then brushed my hair out of my eyes.
I'll do it for free.
With that, he walked away, leaving me with weird little butterflies in my stomach. Later that night, as I lay in my room, someone tapped the window. I jumped up. It was him. I opened the window, and as I pulled him in, the two of us toppled to the ground, our faces inches from each other's. My heart was beating like crazy. Then he leaned in and kissed me. Can you tell me your name now?
Oh, it's Nick.
Suddenly, the door flew open, and Mom barged in.
What's going on here?
Mom, he's just here to help me with math.
Math's math. I know what he wants. There's no way I'm letting anyone steal our money. These men are all gold diggers.
And with that, Mom kicked him out. I was so mad at her. The next day when I got to school, Quentin came up to me and was still going on about the guy she liked. I felt really bad for her. But just then, Nick walked up to me, and as we kissed, all color drained from Quentin's face. She yanked me off Nick, dragging me to a corner. What the freaking fish, Tara? How could you do this to me? Do what? Kiss Nicholas! I can't believe you'd betray me like that. Betray you? That's my boyfriend Nick. And suddenly, I understood what a terrible confusion had taken place. Quentin's Nicholas was my Nick. I tried to explain, but she just pulled back and slapped me. Just because you're a stupid celebrity doesn't mean you can have whatever you want. I hate you, Tara. With that, she stormed off. I was devastated. The next day when I was going to the library, Mom stood in the doorway glaring at me.
I told you to stay away from boys, didn't I? There's no way I'm letting anyone take that money. From now on, you're grounded forever. No dating.
I was so upset that I just started yelling at her. You know what, Mom? I think you're really greedy. I'll date whoever I want, and I quit your stupid show. I'm tired of lying anyway. I'm no stupid psychic. When I got to school the next day, everyone was looking at me and whispering. The girls who'd come to me for advice looked at me angrily. Oh, look. There goes the lying freak. Liar. Such an attention seeker. What was happening? Then Nick marched up to me and said,
I didn't expect this from you, Tara.
What are you talking about? This, Tara. I saw you talking to your mom yesterday. Then Quentin thrust her phone into my face. It was a video of me yelling at Mom that I was lying on the show. Quentin had uploaded it, and now everyone knew. Nick, I can explain.
Save it, Tara. I can't believe how many people ended up doing stupid things because of your games. You're a horrible person. I can't believe I thought I loved you.
As he stormed off, Quentin turned to me and said, Revenge does taste sweet. Bye, bestie. The rest of the day was terrible. When I finally got home, I found out the producers had seen the clip and canceled the show. And Mom was so furious she'd packed up and left. First of all, she'd taken all her savings with her, including the money I'd saved up for college. I was devastated. My mom was a monster, and I lied to everyone because of her. But there was no use crying now. I had to fix it. So first thing, I got a job to start saving up again. At school, everyone was now ignoring me. I thought Quentin and Nick might start dating each other, but they both just went around looking sad all the time. I hated that I'd really hurt them. So one day at assembly, I walked onto the stage. Everyone started booing me, but I was determined. Hello, everyone. You all know me as the girl who can taste words. And I'm just here to say, I'm sorry. I've lied to all of you, and I've ended up hurting the people who mean the most to me. I hope you can all forgive me because I never meant to hurt anyone. I just got carried away. For a second, there was silence. But as soon as I got off the stage, Quentin ran up and hugged me. I'm sorry too, Tara. What I did was horrible. I even told Nick the whole story. I don't even like him anymore. I was just mad because I thought you'd betrayed me. What did Nick say?
He says he's a fool if he doesn't give you another chance.
Nick, I'm so sorry. But he didn't let me continue and pulled me in for a long kiss. And I knew even though his name tasted like coffee, everything would be just fine.